Shalom, everyone, and welcome to another of our fellowship. And today we will look at the sacred names, the names of the Father and of the Son. We will look at which name is good, which name is right, which names are right and which names are wrong, and why they are right and why they are wrong. We will go into historic details, we will go into biblical details, we will just dive into the names. And so this video might have to be split up in different pieces as we go and deal with different segments, different sections as the name, because the name is vast, but I'll try my best to condense it as much as possible. All right? So, the first question to answer is, why is the name important? And I'd like someone to answer that question for me. Why is the name important? Somebody, please.
So we can identify who specifically we're giving reverence to.
Awesome. Anyone else? That's an awesome answer. Because the name identifies to whom we are giving worship. Who is next? Because there are many reasons the name is important. Anyone else?
Well, what was the question? I wasn't.
Okay. Why are the names of the Most High and the Son important?
One, to differentiate who they are.
Yes.
Well, that's what I have right now, to be honest.
Okay. And we must also go ahead.
And the fact that the Most High name must not be taken in vain.
Right. But another important
worshiping false.
I
don't want to say false God, but false deity, or I think I get the picture.
Of course, that's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's one of the most important thing, is that the name is so important because of the tricks of the enemy of trying to get us to worship their false deities under different names, as well as the Messiah had prophesied that there will be false messiahs in Matthew 24. He had prophesied that there will be false messiahs, so we have to make sure that the name of the Messiah is correct. The Bible tells us in Psalm 96 verse 5. Could you read, please, Queenie?
Psalms 96 verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahuwah made the heavens.
All right. So this is another reason why it is important, of extreme importance. All the gods of the nations, of the Gentiles, are idols. And these nations are those who gave us our belief. These nations are those who gave us the names. So if these nations gave us the names and all the gods of these nations are idols, then our antennas should have gone up to say we must look to see if the gods that they gave us are idols. And I'm going to go through these routines. You must know these sets of verses by heart, and I keep using them because you must know them. 1 Corinthians 10:20 tells us that the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils. Read, please.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Yahuwah.
Okay, so they sacrifice to devils and not to Yahuwah. So it's imperative that what they gave us, we have to search it out to see if they are right and they're wrong. Can you close the door, please? To see if they are right or they are wrong. We have to search it out. We cannot leave it like that. And another in the series goes to Jeremiah 2:11. Read, please.
Jeremiah 2 verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods?
In other words, it is telling us that these nations will never ever change their gods. So with all of this in mind, it is imperative that this being the time of the Gentiles, when they had our scriptures, the scriptures to translate, and they have translated out the names and inputted new names in it, it is imperative that we search to find out whether or not these names are good. Very important that we find out if the names are good. Also, the Most High had prophesied in the end times that his people would know his name. So if we claim to be his people, how come we don't know his name? One of the most interesting thing you can do is ask a Christian. Brother Robert and I was conversing with a Christian yesterday and asked him the name of the Most High, and he could not tell us. All right? This should not be us. We should know his name. Read Isaiah 52:6, please.
Isaiah 52 verse 6. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I.
All right, that day is the day when he makes his move. And this is the season he's preparing to make his move upon this earth to restore his people. All right? So his people in that day, in that time, in those end times will know his name. And we are coming upon those end times. It's time that we know his name. Jeremiah 16:19. It is imperative at this time that we know his name. Read, please.
O Yahuwah, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
All right, we're seeing a proliferation of Gentiles now. If you go on YouTube, a proliferation of Gentiles saying that they have inherited lies. And during that time, it says, his people shall know his name. Where is it now? The Gentiles shall come to thee and say their fathers have inherited lies. I'm saying that there's a proliferation today of Gentiles that are coming forward and said that they have inherited lies, and telling who the true lies are. So it says in that day, his people shall know his name. So around the time when the Gentiles are coming out and discovering the lies, his people shall know his name. Go to verse 21, please.
Jeremiah 16 verse 21. Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might. And they shall know that my name is Yahuwah.
All right. So around the time when the Gentiles are finding out that they have inherited lies, we shall know that his name is Yahuwah. And at the time when he does his execution also, the heathen shall know his name. It is important for him that both his children and the heathen know his name. And the heathen will know his name when he executes his judgment on them. As in Ezekiel 39:7. Just laying the foundation right here. We'll soon get into the names. Read, please.
Ezekiel 39 verse 7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people, Israel.
Okay, so we trivialize his name, but notice how important it is to him that we know his name. We trivialize it, it's not important, but to him it is extremely important. Start verse 7 again.
So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people, Israel. And I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahuwah, the Holy One in Israel.
All right, so he will make his declaration when he executes his judgment on the heathen. It was prophesied in the last days that knowledge shall increase. Daniel 12:4. And the reason this is important is that the knowledge will include the knowledge of his name. So knowledge shall increase because we have been shut up away from our heritage because our foreparents had rebelled against the Most High. We know that. In Isaiah 1:2-3, as it tells us, the ox knows his own and the donkey's master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. That is the sentence that was on us. But he said in the end time he would open back our eyes. Verse 4.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
So all that we have been shut away from in the end times, in the times that we are in, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding will be released unto us. Verse 9.
And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end.
Go ahead.
Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
All right, so the wise shall understand. So the wise are those who will know his name. So we have been awakening to the truth of who we are. And because we are awakening of the truth to who we are, we should also be awakening to the truth of who he is. And that includes his name.